some people do not like complicated stuff. They do not like complicated PCs, and they basically run into problems each time they go on YouTube to try to see the computer recommendations for the month. It's always a complicated system. You hear people talking about 12 core, you hear people talking about 24 cores, NVMe, and all that stuff. And there are people that do not want to be confused any further. They just want something simple. If you fall into that category of people, I've got something for you. Right here, I've got a Dell Optiplex 3020 PC. Look, the video is not just basically about this PC. The video is about you getting something very complicated, and that's the reason why I've got something for you. Stay with me on this one, all right? Let's say you do not like a laptop. You are not alone. I also, in fact, I'm just going to open this first of all so that we will know what we are up against. I'm going to do it like this so that you can actually have a very good impression of the inside of this PC, all right? We're going to talk about everything that is right here, all right? But first things first, if you do not like a laptop, I had to struggle for so long to finally decide, you know what, even though I have one of the best laptops out there, I'm still definitely going to have a desktop PC. And I can understand when you say, look, I don't want a laptop, but I do want a PC that has everything just there. It's going to have a monitor. We're going to come to that very soon. It's going to have a keyboard, going to have a mouse, and the computer is going to be able to do pretty much a lot of stuff. I won't be able to say to you that this PC right here is going to do everything that you want to do, but if your main aim is just to go on the internet, check some few stuff, write some email to your loved ones, or even send a mail to your boss telling him or her that you won't be able to come to work tomorrow, this PC is definitely going to be able to do it. You want to watch a lot of YouTube videos, you want to even create some basic content for TikTok or even for YouTube, it's going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be covering gaming, but just to put it out there that, look, there is a way to push this system for this system to be able to actually, allow you play games. But the focus of this video is that, look, you hate laptops, you do not like complicated stuff, but you do know that you want an all-inclusive system, a system that has a monitor. In fact, I'll be talking about monitor. I'm just going to grab the monitor so that whenever I refer to it, you can pretty much understand or appreciate what I'm talking about. Just give me a few minutes. I have to grab this because, as you know, seeing is believing, all right? See, I don't like to talk so much, but just to show it to you so that you can pretty much appreciate what I'm talking about. Right here is a 24-inch Dell monitor. You see, you want to pair this with this Dell Optiplex 3020 PC, and in this case, you have a very complete and functional PC. This is exactly what I'm proposing you today. You see, take a look at it. It's wide. There's nothing you desire to see on this monitor that you will not be able to see. It's sharp. It's an ultra display. Very soon, I'm going to be putting it on so that you can actually take a look at it. You see how it looks. Even though it's used, it looks in a very, very good condition. Don't be deceived. These are no scratches. These are just dust particles. You see, if you do not like a laptop and you say to yourself, first of all, I don't like complicated stuff. I just want something simple. I want something that I will be able to deploy at any time. Something I'll be able to come to in the morning, switch it on, and then I am good to go. Then you want to consider having a combination like this. Easy to use, easy to set up. You do not need to read any instruction manual. I personally am very terrible at reading instruction manuals. I just want to have my stuff as soon as they arrive. An example is this. This is a keyboard that was delivered to me a few minutes ago. All you want to do, you just want to open your stuff pretty much like this. I do not want to go ahead to start to read stuff. I just want to bring out wherever it is. It could be a computer, it could be a keyboard, it could be whatever. Just want to take the instruction manual and pretty much throw it away because I hate to read instruction manuals. And there are people just like me, they do not want to complicate things more. The life is already very complicated. So you just want to bring out your stuff. You want to plug it on, and then you want to be able to do whatever you want to do. This is beautiful, I must certainly say. Beautiful, sweet to touch, And the keyboard itself, let's just take a look and see what it looks like. Excellent. You know, this is exactly what I would personally use. All right. So like I was saying, there are people that do not want complications, you know, and this is one system that can actually guarantee that you do not complicate your life. You know, if you have a combination like this, which is a nice monitor, a 24-inch Dell monitor, you have a nice PC, you have a nice mouse just like this, as well as a nice keyboard like we saw earlier, you can actually go ahead and push this thing on, and then you are ready to go. You do not need to read any instruction manual. You do not need to be fighting with any error messages. This system is just going to work for you, very quiet. It's not going to annoy you in any way, because this is something I have personally used myself, and I felt like, you know what, for those of you that hate complications, you know, this is something you want to consider. And let's say that you do not want to run this system exactly the way it came, which is because typically the system will normally come with a HDD hard drive, and you do not even want to have this. You want to take it out because you want your system to be super fast, super able to do more than it was supposed to do. You want to go ahead and install an SSD on this system, and installing the SSD is also very easy. Like I said, you hate to read instruction manuals. It's exactly the kind of PC you want to be working with, because it's not going to complicate your life. You're just going to take your SSD, wherever it is, and slot it onto this system, all right? Like I said, I do not want to just talk about it. I'm just going to show you exactly how you can do that, all right? To demonstrate that, I have a 256 gigabyte SSD right here, all right? Like I said, I do not read the instruction manuals, and normally, if you want to complicate things, you're going to be reading all these things, and it's just going to take a lot of time, you see. Because the system is so direct, so user-friendly, you can actually take your SSD just like that and go ahead and screw it onto this chassis, just like that. I think I need to show you that. Where's my screwdriver? Right, I've got the screwdriver. The only thing I need, I just need 2 screws. This should be easy to get, you know. If you don't have at home, check on Amazon. You can easily get stuffs like this, all right? Now that you've got your screws, just want to flip the hard drive caddy over just like that and go ahead and screw it on, okay? So the first one comes here, and then the second one also comes here. Remember, we do not like to complicate things. And this is exactly why we are doing it like this, all right? Because I'm aware. In fact, you've already told me from my previous videos that you want a simple PC, a PC that will just enable you to do everything, all right? So this is how it will look if you have screwed it on very well. It's going to look exactly like this, all right? So we're going to take that now and just, but before we do that, this is good that I am here and I can easily tell you that, all right? It's possible that you have an SSD, but you still want this system to be super, super fast, because on this system right here, I think I've got an 8 gigabyte DDR3 RAM from SK Hynix. This is supposed to be a very good quality RAM. But then, because this PC gives you 2 RAM slots, you can as well just go ahead and make this machine to run on 16 gigabytes of RAM. If you take a look at it, it's 16 gigabytes, another very good quality product that I've used for a very, very long time. So you want to take out the 8 gigabyte RAM just like that. I'm going to slot on this PC a 16 gigabyte RAM. This RAM, because it's so good quality, sometimes it's so hard to open up. This I noticed the last time. It was always a hassle, you know. But then if you take it slowly without rushing things, you should be able to take it out, all right? So I'm going to open there, and then I'm already having my RAM sticks. Bring out the first one, and then bring out the second one. This can go. We do not read the manuals. So now that you have the RAM sticks, you can just go ahead and populate the RAM slots. So in this way, you have a system like this, a Dell Optiplex 3020 small form factor PC running on 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, as well as 256 gigabytes of SSD. With this, believe me, my friends, you should be having a very great time using your computer. When you come in the morning to your PC, you're not going to be waiting endlessly for the PC to boot, which is something that you also hate. Because, truth be said, if you hate complications, Definitely, you are somebody that do not have a lot of patience. You do not want things like your computer booting to cause you stress. All right, did you see what I did there? I just plugged in the SATA cable as well as the power cable on the SSD, and then I can go ahead to close this knob right there. In this way, I already have my SSD and my RAM installed. See, this is how it goes. You didn't need to read anything. And then you can then go ahead and put in your DVD drive. It's amazing that this small PC actually has all these features, which is the possibility to use a HDD as well as an SSD, and the possibility to actually increase the RAM up to 16 gigabytes, I think even more, I'm not so sure. And then you also have a DVD writer just in front of it. And right here on this processor is an Intel Core i5 4590 processor, a very decent processor if you are somebody that just wants a basic computer that you can actually use for quite a number of stuff. All right, now that that has been done, I'm going to go ahead and close this system and just tell you one more thing that might be of interest to you. So now you have a very beautiful system. Take a look at it. I'm going to try to put it here so that you can actually appreciate how it looks. I hope the camera catches that. All right, so it's going to be something like this. Even if the camera doesn't catch it, I'm still going to throw a picture up there so that you can just see how it looks. All right, now picture the fact that you have a keyboard and you also have a mouse right there. See, one thing is still conspicuously missing. How do we connect this PC to the internet? Take a look at the back of this PC. There is a LAN port right there. You have a display port, a VGA port. You know, you also have USB 2.0s, you have USB 3.0s. You also have additional USB 2.0 here, and then the LAN port is right there. But then, if you are somebody that do not like complications, I also want to believe that you do not like a lot of cables. You know, this is one reason why this keyboard you have here is wireless, and this mouse you also have here is wireless. So the only cables you need for this PC is just your power cable as well as the monitor cable that comes to preferably the display port. The VGA, I would not advise you to actually use this. You know, you just need a display port cable coming from the monitor and then coming onto the PC right there. But then you might be wondering and asking, what about the internet? Yes, I know you're going to ask me that, and this is exactly why I have this super cool product here. It's a TP-Link AC1300 dual band wireless LAN stick. This is exactly what you need to pair onto this system, all right? Because if you take a look at it, it's plug and play. You don't need to install anything, because don't forget, the idea is that you do not want to complicate anything. So all you have to do is to bring out this stick from here, slot it onto this PC here on the USB 3.0 port, and that is everything that you actually need to have a very functional system, all right? So if you hate a laptop, this is the solution that you need. Don't be deceived. Don't let somebody sell you something that you won't be able to use. Don't let somebody sell you something that after 3 days, the PC begins to give you all manner of error messages. This is a complete system with a 24-inch monitor, a very powerful small form factor PC, a super cool keyboard, as well as a super cool mouse. As if that is not enough, you also have a wireless LAN adapter just to make sure that things are not complicated for you and that you're able to do all your work without having complications. I kind of understand what the next question is possibly going to be. Now, you're going to be asking me, hardware money, I really do want this PC because I see that this PC is exactly a PC that meets my need. I just don't want to complicate my life further. See, if you go to the link in the description below, you will get a link that will lead you directly to this offer where you can actually buy one of these from the hardware money shop. How long this is going to be online, I do not know, but believe me, if you go there today, you should be able to get one of these. And the beautiful thing is that you'll be getting this at a very, very decent price, all right? Take a look at it one more time. Don't get it twisted. It's a Dell Optiplex 3020 small form factor PC, a Dell monitor, a super cool keyboard, super cool mouse, as well as a wireless LAN stick. And Dell in itself, I do not need to say anything about that, because when you're talking about the big boys PCs, one of the biggest PC manufacturers in the world, if you are making a list of the biggest PC manufacturers in the world and you have not included Dell as a manufacturer, that list is not complete and you need to look again and try to include Dell, because this is a maker of PCs that have been known to last. So you're not going to have any problems just using this PC for your regular work. And hopefully with this demonstration, you now have a better impression of what kind of PC you plan to buy in this month of December before you go into the new year 2025. I hope this video helps you. If it did, click on the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until I see you again in the next one, peace.